Good morning. This is uh, English Composition 101, and it is December 13th. We are waiting for people to join us. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Carla. I was trying to unmute.
Uh, I
Hope you're
received,
well.
I'm doing well. I'm actually fighting some sort of virus. So, it happens. And I work with small children also, so that's probably where I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Hope you get well.
Well, thank you. I'm thinking it'll be short-lived. I hope so anyway. Trying to take care of
Oh,
myself.
yeah, sure. You get better soon.
Well, thank you. We're doing what we can. Um,
Yeah.
I received your paper. I have not had a chance to go over it yet, so I will probably do that this afternoon and get that back to you. And whenever you get it finished, just turn it in. You're right.
Okay.
Your writing is so good. It's just been improving every time.
Oh, thank you for that.
It's true. It's just I'm impressed watching you grow.
Oh, thank you. What I'm not yet sure about is the final one, the
Research.
the research. I'm not sure on the topic now. When is it due?
That is due on the 20th. So we
Okay.
we'll have class and then that you can ask any last questions or so, and then you might have a few days after that, and that'll be fine. There's no penalty, but I I wouldn't worry too much. Don't stress out too much about it. There's enough to stress out about in the world.
Okay.
But
It's
what are you
okay.
what are you passionate about? What do you what do you think about when um you're in prayer, or you're wanting to, I don't know, get involved in something? What do you want to do?
Um, for me, I love helping ladies,
Ah, yes.
or I can say it's about family, but mostly it's about women, helping women, helping women. Like recently, this year I started a group for discussions on helping women. So we do, it's called a round table group
Nice.
where we meet and
Hmm.
discuss as women issues affecting our lives
Right.
and our families. So we do every fortnight discussions. Then we do a prayer session concerning whatever issues that we have picked up or points that we have noted down
Mm.
concerning whatever that is affecting women.
Ooh, I like that. That's very much needed.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So we just opened up the group. Initially, it was for ladies in the UK because
Hmm.
our first issue was submission. Um, to understand submission, the scenarios are different from back home and in this part of the world, trying to understand how to submit and the effects of the change of the environment.
Right.
Then eventually it got the attention of people, of ladies from everywhere. So we have ladies back in Zimbabwe, South Africa, Ugandans, um, and people here in the UK
That sounds amazing.
and Nigerians as well. So the group keeps growing. Someone is helped by whatever we've discussed or prayed for. They go and invite a friend as well.
Oh, I love that.
Mm.
Oh,
So it's open for everyone.
that is so needed. So much.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You could do a research paper about how um the talk about how the group is growing and then do some research on some of those topics and how there needs to be growth and there needs to be discussed or maybe some one topic in particular that you thought was good or something that might be good. Wow.
How big is the research?
Oh,
How many pages or
well, it's only 800 to 1,000 words.
oh, okay.
It's not very big. It doesn't have to be huge.
Okay, so maybe I'll work on one of those topics. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'll work because currently we yesterday we were praying for we did the past 2 weeks working on rejection or
Oh,
denial,
yes.
how it's affecting women and even relationships and children.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. You could do that. Talk about that and find some statistics on it and put that in there. Oh my goodness. That's so important because as women we do so much and we're so quiet about things. I mean,
Mm.
you know, how can we be strong but yet still be submissive and yeah, oh,
So
that
we just invite people from everywhere and anyone is invited
I
because
love,
we value
right?
the the contribution of every lady. And apparently, like on this rejection and denial thing, most people are coming up with issues, their stories to
Oh yeah.
say, I've been in this situation for so long. I need help. We need to close the door on rejection, whatever. So yesterday we were praying on the root cause of rejection.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh
Mm,
my goodness. That's a group that's needed all over the world. Everywhere.
mm, mm.
That's amazing. Huh. Well, I hope
So
you
I'll try to share like the recording on the prayer from yesterday. Maybe you can help me with how then to structure my research.
Oh, that would be great. I would love to.
Mhm,
I think
mhm.
that's a wonderful idea.
Okay. So I'll share with you even oh, and we now have Antonia.
Hello, Pastor Antonia. Good afternoon, and Pastor Antonia. Here,
Maybe she's still not able to unmute.
maybe. I love that we can do this remotely, that we can all get together online. But there's always those little glitches that happen.
Yeah.
Antonia? I hear something in the background, but oh, oh no, she's gone. Hopefully she'll come back.
So maybe the network was not strong enough.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, I will never forget that week that the my network was completely out. So I went down the street and oh my goodness, that was just whew, that was a time. Hmm. That's okay. We have a few more minutes. She'll get back. Hmm.
It's okay. I'll wait on mute.
Sounds great. Good afternoon, Pastor Antonia.
Yes, greeting, Professor. The network is awful. It's so bad.
Yes, we were thinking that that's what that might be. So if
Yeah.
you get cut off, don't worry, just pop back in whenever you need to.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor.
You're welcome. We'll start in, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Okay, Professor. Okay.
Pastor Antonia, how are you?
She was here. I told her we'd be 2 minutes. Okay, let's see. Well, let's go ahead and start because I don't want to wait too long, but um Pastor Julian said that he would be here, so he might be having problems with the network as well. But that's okay. We can deal with that. Um I will go ahead and pray and then spew out a lot of information. So, oh, let's pray. Lord, guide our thoughts, our words, and our actions as we begin. Help us learn what matters and apply it wisely. Let this time be peaceful, productive, and purposeful. In your name we pray. Amen. A lot of P words. Purposeful. Wow. Okay. So today might be a little bit shorter because I was telling Tendai that I'm not feeling well, so it depends on how long I can last without coughing and I don't want to virtually spread this either. It just seems like it's hanging on. But please pardon me if I cough too much. Okay, so um this is week 9. I'm just still in shock that week 1 it seemed like it was going to be forever, and now it's week 9 and I can't believe how fast it went. It's kind of amazing. And I'm impressed with everybody on here, how you've stuck with it, and the work that I've seen has been really good. I'm I'm very blessed to be able to do this. I've been telling my colleagues how I can't believe I get to do this. I can't believe I get to share and guide other people into writing and ways of thinking and just the growth that I've seen. So thank you all so very, very much for letting me do this with you. Um, so we're at the final stage of the research essay process. Um, so you should be trying to finalize what your topic is. If you're still struggling, like I said, Tendai, I can try to help you narrow it down. Anthonia, if you need any assistance, I'm here for you. Um, you'll go through after you've written some on your draft, you'll go through and you'll edit and proofread your paper. And we're going to go over clarity, coherence, and such in a few more minutes. But I'm just going to be reiterating or explaining those a little bit further. Um, and you need to pay close attention to your formatting. I found this wonderful site that I will share with you. I wish I would have found this site at the beginning or before we started, but this is an amazing resource. So when I show it to you, save it so that you can use it for future classes. Um, and if you go to the um, fully equipped library, in the library, you'll find that book that I might have mentioned the first week that we met. It's called The Elements of Style by Strunk and White. There's some good information in there as well. It's not required. It's just another resource if you'd like to look something up. Um, okay, so let's see. Okay, so this is December 13th. Next Saturday is December 20th. And we will have class, and that's a great place if you have any last questions or concerns or need something. that you can ask. And then, if possible, you would turn in your research paper by the end of the day. If not, there is some grace, and never stress out too much about turning in a paper because life is more important and life sometimes gets in the way. So don't worry. We'll work things out. And so that's how that goes. Um, okay. I wanted to go over some kind of definitions because we have we have words that we know what they mean, but it's best to get a clearer picture of what the words mean. So we don't just read them and say, oh yes, that's important, but not really understand what they mean to the full extent or in our own writing. So when when I say to read critically, read your essay carefully, paying attention to word choice, sentence structure, and paragraph coherence. The word coherence, I know you know what that means, but basically, does it make sense as a whole? I can't even pronounce today. Coherence, not just each part. Each part might make sense, but does it blend together as a whole paper, as a whole idea? And then when we check for clarity and conciseness, so many C words, clarity means your writing's crystal clear. It's the reader doesn't have to guess what you meant, um, or reread the sentence 3 times, or wonder if you wandered off into the weeds. Clear writing says exactly what it means. Plain, direct, and no fog. Nothing is unclear. And conciseness. It means you're not wasting anybody's time. You say what needs to be said without the extra fluff, the filler, or rambling, or 10-word sentences that could have been 3. It's about like trimming the fat so the meaning stands strong and clean. And hello, Pastor Julian.
Good morning, Dr. Dunham. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good to have you.
Yes, we are.
I
I've bad internet trouble.
ah
Good
I've bad.
morning, Pastor.
Good morning, dear. Good
we're
morning.
yeah, we're just going over some definitions of clear, concise, and coherence, and also the fact that I have a little bit of a stuffy nose, and so if we cut this short, that's probably why.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay. So basically, coherence, does it make sense as a whole? Um, Clarity, is it clear? And conciseness, is it make it tight, make it so there's a lot of extra words that don't need to be there. Um, okay, so then we proofread your essays for errors in grammar or punctuation, spelling. Make sure to check your citation format. And Pastor Julian, we were talking about how I'm going to show you some resources. I wish I would have found at the beginning of the course, but I found them now. So they're good for other courses as well. So I'll show you how to find it. And let's see. Um, the citation formats, there's remember it's APA, not the MLA. That's for more business type. Okay, so when you share your writing with someone, and you do a peer review or you ask someone to look something over, make sure that if you are the one giving feedback, that it's constructive feedback. It's the kind of feedback that's actually useful, not just noise or junk complaining, and definitely not the bless your heart variety. Um, it See if it's information given with the intention of helping someone improve or grow or correct something. Um, Make sure that it's offered in a clear, respectful, and actionable way. Um, when when someone shares something with you, of course you want to be kind, but also um, they're asking for assistance. So make sure that when you give advice, it points out what's working and what's not working. It gives specific examples instead of vague grumbling. It offers guidance on how to do better next time. And when you do it, whether it's in writing or it's verbal, make sure it's delivered in a way that doesn't make the other person want to uh, crawl in a cave and live off moss. It's like it's hard enough to share. So when you're replying back, make sure that it's something that doesn't make them really wish they hadn't. Okay. Let's see, what else did I want to talk to you about? Oh, I have a example that I was thinking about. If you're replying to someone about their paper and it's and I don't see any of you doing this. I can't imagine that you would be like this, but if someone was not knowing that they needed to be kind and give good constructive feedback, it might sound like something like vague and useless, like your presentation wasn't good. Um, you're always so disorganized. I don't know what's wrong with you. This is a mess. Fix it. Emotional dumping. I can't even deal with this. I'm so frustrated. That is that's really not helpful. And we definitely would not want to get that from someone. If there's any question if they would be responding in that way, choose someone else to go over your work with you, just so that you don't need that in life. You don't need that from someone at the store. You don't need that from someone closer to you. Just a good um, response might be your presentation was well organized, but the slides were a bit text heavy. If you simplify them and use them more visuals, your main points will stand out even more. So there's a way to say things nicely. Frequently I'm told that I'm really positive and but yet get the point across that there needs to be corrections. And I try because I would want to receive the same thing. I would want someone to give me constructive feedback and not uh be, you know, rough and not not being a good person. Okay. So those are just some things I wanted to go over. Now I'm going to talk about week 9 class discussion. Um, this is the last quiz that you will be taking. Next week, there is no quiz. So this is an opportunity for celebration. Um, I haven't looked at quiz grades this week, but you all are doing really well. So I'm glad that this worked out this way. All right, let me pull that up. Okay. Pastor Antonia will be back. Her network's in and out. Okay. All right. And I went over, let's see if I fixed it. I went over, oh yes, my class discussion and tried to find any errors, trying to follow my own advice before a presentation. So we have the first one. A research paper is similar to an argumentative essay in that it makes an argument and supports it with evidence. Because both forms of writing are built around a central claim that the writer must prove using credible sources, logical reasoning, clear analysis. Both require a thesis, and both rely on evidence, not just feelings. Both expect you to explain the evidence, and both aim to persuade. They must address counter arguments. So remember when the argumentative one, you had a argument and then you had to have another one that was like, oh, but what about this? And then you had to argue why it wasn't the good one, the argument that you were supporting. Same way with research, you might come across something that you need to say, oh, yeah, but this, and then argue why your research is supported by all the good reasoning. Um, okay, the next one, a literature review is not a summary of all the books ever written on a topic. Its job isn't to list everything. It's to analyze the most relevant, high quality sources and show how they connect to your research question. It is selective, not exhaustive, and it organizes ideas, not just titles. Um, pardon me. It's analytical. It supports your research purpose, and it can be many books. It can be or articles. It can be a few. Just it just depends on the topic. All right, your thesis statement should not be a single sentence because a strong college level thesis usually needs more room to clearly state the claim and outline the main supporting points. Just one lonely sentence just can't pull that weight unless it's doing Olympic level gymnastics. Um, one sentence is often too vague. Readers need to know what you're arguing and how you're going to argue it. A multi-sentence or more than one sentence thesis gives clarity and direction. So complex topics, which is, a research paper might deal with that, deserve more than just a quick bumper sticker of here it is. Um, okay, what do okay. Do not wait until the end of your research paper to create citations. And I think I talked about this before, and it's because you'll absolutely forget where half of your information came from, and then you'll be stuck playing detective in your own draft. You'll be trying to find that reference again, and it's almost impossible. It's like when you scroll on social media and then you try to scroll back and you can't find that one video you were looking at because it gets lost. And so make sure to, when you find a good piece of information, immediately write it down on the side of the paper or on scratch paper or notate it on your computer where you found it. That is just the easiest way to deal with that kind of thing. Okay. A research paper requires both strong writing skills and satisfactory research skills because even the best evidence can collapse without clear writing, and even the best writing falls flat without solid evidence. You need uh, both halves of the equation kind of working together, or the whole thing wobbles. It's just, you need all that. Research gives you something worth saying, and writing makes the research understandable. Excuse me. Two skills depend on each other. Your credibility really hangs on both. A research paper is an argument. It's not really like a data dump. It's not where you find every single piece of data on the topic and dump it into the paper. It's putting it in an organized manner. The thesis statement is a direct statement of the main argument of your paper because the reader really shouldn't have to hunt around like they're solving a mystery novel to figure out what you're trying to say. It puts your central claim out front, and it's just loud and clear what you're going to be talking about. Readers need to um, readers need a clear starting point, really. It keeps your writing focused, it sets expectations, it strengthens your credibility, and that's what you want. It guides your organization. So make sure that it's a strong thesis statement. We have citing your sources. Okay. Citing your sources needs to be done throughout the research project because your ideas and your evidence get tangled pretty fast if you don't give credit the moment you use someone else's work. So just like when you find it and you write down the where you found it, the page number or the website, um, once you write down that piece of evidence, you want to use the citing of the source right after that one. Because waiting till the end is basically begging for chaos. It keeps your information organized from the start. It protects you from accidental plagiarism, which can happen. It builds credibility in real time, and it just makes drafting and revising so much easier. It keeps the research project honest and transparent. Even if you used so many references and pieces from other people, that is okay. It just shows that you were gathering information from all over and you have a lot to share. It doesn't have to be mostly, um, your research that you went out and you did an experiment on. It can be research that you've gathered that other people have done first, and you're putting it all together in your project. Just make sure to cite where you found it. Okay, an outline. An outline can help you map out the areas that you want to explore in your research project process. Ugh. Because it forces you to break the big messy topic into like clear sections, showing you exactly what needs to be researched or supported or explained. It gives structure before you start writing. So it shows what you know and what you still need to find. And honestly, it saves time because if you start out with a thesis and you don't really have a focus, it's going to be hard to figure out where you're going with this, and you might end up with 17 pages, and that's just craziness. We need to be concise. That's a lot of writing. Um, okay, the first step in the research process is identifying the question or set of questions that you wish to answer. So, I was talking to someone a little bit ago, and um, the first step, finding out what you're going to be researching. What is the question that you have that you want to answer for somebody? If you're trying to tell them about your what it is that you're doing or what it is that you're finding information about, what is the question that you can ask? And then when you find that out, then answer it. And that is your research. Simple as that. Pretty cool. You can't really gather meaningful information until you know exactly what you're trying to find out. Everything else in the project, d- excuse me, depends on that starting point. So a clear question gives your research direction. It narrows the topic and it tells you what sources you're actually going to need. Um, it saves you time and frustration, really, which is nobody needs to have frustration with this. All right, research is a process because it includes multiple steps that allow you to gradually refine your ideas about a given topic. Because understanding doesn't happen all at once. And you start with a question, you gather the information, you evaluate your sources, organize your thoughts, and then develop a clear argument. It's continuous. It's not just one and done. It builds knowledge, and it builds knowledge gradually. Um, it shapes a stronger thesis, and it keeps you organized. It's it mirrors critical thinking. We definitely need to go back after you're done and make sure that your paper is organized, that your thoughts are not scattered everywhere, because it's easy to it happens easily, is what I'm trying to say. It can happen easily. So in that case, you would just highlight, cut, paste, and put it that whatever that comment was, or fact was, where it belongs. Okay, so some of those bold words here are it might be I'm not sure how to say it. Like if there is a positive one, let's see. Oh, like it says right here, do not wait until the end of your research paper to create citations. That if I was to ask a question, it might say something like, uh, let me see what it might say. It might say something like, your thesis statement should be a single sentence. Wait a minute. The next one down. It's best to wait until the end of your research paper to create citations. No, do not wait. So that one, if I was to say whether it was true or false, it's best to wait until the end of your research paper to create citations. I would say that would be false. Do not wait. The one right above it, your thesis statement should be a single sentence. No, that would be false. Your thesis statement should not be a single sentence. So there are four, five, five true or false statements, and then some fill in the blanks. So whatever the word is in the bold, that is what would be in the blank needing to be typed in. Okay, let me stop sharing this. And, okay, so you all are intelligent people. This talks about plagiarism, but I have to go over it anyway, and because it's different a little bit than it used to be a long time ago. Plagiarism was just copying from another person, like from a book or from their own paper. But now there's AI, and that is, whew, can, are there ways to check to see if something is done with AI? Yes. Am I going to be picking apart your paper to see if it is from AI? No. But that's what all the writing so far with our diagnostic, narrative, analytical, argumentative papers. I know your voice now, your so to speak, your voice, your writing voice. And so if a paper is sent in, and let's say I had a student that suddenly sounds like they have a doctorate, and I might be wondering, is that AI, or Did they suddenly decide that they know how to write doctorate level papers? It's just don't try not to use AI. AI is a tool and it's helpful. And yes, you can gain knowledge from it. I use it for when I'm thinking of a word and I want to find a different word that might be a better used word, like synonyms. I might use it for that. I might ask it where would I find a certain research topic or not research topic, research source. There's wonderful ways to use AI. Just be very careful when using it to write your papers. So, again, you all are grown and can read. So I'm going to just highlight here. And you can read this later if you want, because it's riveting reading. It's just so exciting. I just can't believe it. That would be sarcasm. Okay. Using someone else's exact words without quotation marks and citation would be plagiarism. But that's easy to put your little citation beside it, your little thing that says, this is the person that I got it from. Paraphrasing too closely without credit, um, go ahead and give credit. You can paraphrase and just say, parentheses, their last name and the year and a parentheses. It's really it's okay to say this is where I found this. And using someone's ideas, organization, argument, or data without acknowledgement. Um, that's talking not not too much about your research paper. Um, I think you guys have your own amazing ideas and your own topics. I've not seen any of that so far, so I think it's good. Um, reusing your reusing your own previous work without permission. That is a funny statement. When I read that, I'm like, why wouldn't I give myself permission? That's kind of silly. But they're talking about turning in an old paper as if it's brand new. I don't think with this project you're going to be able to do that. That's just kind of funny. Using media without permission or citation. Use the media. Just reference where you found it. It is okay. If you use artwork or a chart, just say where you got it. And that's what research is about, finding all these things and putting them together. Um, you don't have to go try to find something brand new and try to pretend like, this is this is brand new and it's all mine. Just find references and cite them at the end. And okay. All right. So that's enough about that. I'm going to stop sharing. I just think it's funny what that last one says. Using your own work without permission. That was too cute. Okay. This next one, I'm going to show you the paper or this site, but then I'm going to show you where to find it because this one is all about APA style and it's the beginner's version. And as you grow and perhaps take more classes, whether it's at fully equipped or anywhere, there's more advanced versions of this. I just I've like I said before, I wish I could have found this resource at the beginning, but it just makes me so happy because it puts everything here in one place and um it answers questions for you. So there was a question, do I indent or do I keep it all flush against the left side and just put spaces between the paragraphs? And my suggestion, if you turn in a paper and the person, the professor says that you are supposed to keep it flush on the left side, your paragraphs, and a space in between paragraphs, kindly and respectfully reference this resource. And you can even say that your English composition professor showed you where to find that your indenting, double spacing is um, where the rules say that that's what you're supposed to do. Because this, I'm going to show you where to find it on the fully equipped website and save it when we show it to you and you go and find it yourself. Save the site where this is, because in my opinion, I feel like this is something that you'll be referencing to check with and in future classes. This class would have been fun to have it in, but okay, so it says APA style student paper checklist, beginner's version. I don't know what other versions you might need, what class you might need the more advanced ones with, but this one is simple. It was easy to understand. Talks about the general format. Um, right here, it says use the same font throughout your paper. And I didn't I didn't know that it allows you to use size 11 font or Calibri or Arial. I was always told it was 12-point font Times New Roman. So if anybody ever questioned you, here's where you can say, this is where I found the information. Double space the entire paper, including the references. Do not add extra lines before or after headings or between paragraphs of text. And I'm very glad that it was very clear. Cool. This one says set margins to 1 inch on all sides, which is usually the default, that's true. Insert page numbers in the top right of every page. You might have to do that manually because I still couldn't find how to do that where it does it automatically. It does say that it is possible, but on mine it was not, so I just did it by hand. Okay, okay, yeah, order of title page. Yes,
It is there. Maybe only it's your computer, I'm not sure. But if
yes.
you go on set page numbers, is there. The only thing that I'm not sure I've forgotten, I used to use it in my workplace more than 12 years ago. You can insert and exclude the first page. But now, maybe it's because of time. Sometimes I include even the first page because if you double click on the insert button, it will help you insert the page numbers, the header and footer, and page number as well. So I think it can even ask you to say from what page? From page number 2 going forward.
Very good. Very good.
Mhm.
Um, I'm still gonna play around with it because I know that there's a way. It could just be whatever version my program is, and that's
Mm.
frustrating as well. So good to know. Thank you.
Welcome.
I learned stuff from you guys too. I love it. Um, okay, and then over here on the right side of the paper, um, okay, it talks about, what we've talked about before with the title page, with the affiliation, the course, the instructor, the due date. And look, this is great. It says compare your title page against the sample student title page to check your work. I love that it shows you. Okay, let's go up. It shows you, look at this. I love this. It examples. This is just so
Mm.
cool to me. I don't know what those abbreviations of probably nursing. Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
nurturing. Yeah. So I love this. It's really neat. Okay. General format. Okay, title page. Um, let me see if I can shrink my faces down. Here we go. Okay, title page. Talked about title case. Most of the. Oh, yes, right here. Um, Capitalize the title in. Here we go. Gives you examples of what to capitalize, what not to capitalize. Um, it some of this, well, a lot of this we would not need, but I figure, oh my goodness, this is so important. Some of those questions are just unique to your own paper. All right, text format. I think we talked about that. Um, we aren't really using headings for our research paper. That's later on in another course possibly, but we don't really need headings. Writing style and grammar. Well, you guys are really good at that actually. But you can read through that if you have any questions about that. Over on the right-hand side, it talks about punctuation. Um, Split long sentences into multiple shorter sentences. One space after a period. Use a serial comma before the final term, meaning like this one says examples, bananas, commas, apples, comma, and oranges. Not bananas, commas, apples, and oranges. Needs to have that comma after apples and before and. That one was a debate for a long time um in the academic world because people said that the word and was like using a comma, but they've decided to create a guideline for it and they want you to use a comma. Oh, the things people talk about. It's funny. Okay. Over on the right again, it talks about spelling, capitalization, abbreviations, and numbers. If you're wondering how to like spell something or how to abbreviate something, you can come along here and here's the dictionary, um, preferred spellings of technology words. Down here was uh, right here, define most abbreviations. So such as for group authors on first use, you would do, this example says WHO for World Health Organization. The first time you go through, you would put not only what it's about, like World Health Organization, then you could put in WHO for short. And then when you use it after that, you don't have to write out the whole thing. You would just write WHO for the abbreviation. Words to express numbers, spell those out. Numerals to express numbers. Here's some examples. I love this. I wish I would have seen this before. I keep saying that, but I really do. You can use some numbers without having to spell them out. So like 10 and above, as well as all percentages, those need to be used with numbers. Measurements use numbers and ages use numbers. Okay, in-text citations. So in the middle of your writing, and you're needing to cite where you found it from. Let's see. Gosh, there's so much here. I don't really want to take up your time reading it to you. It's almost at the end. But if you look at the left-hand side where it says format author names according to how many authors works, just look at this first one here where it says one author, Kim 2023. Don't worry about this part right here. And then this says two authors, Guerrez and Castillo 2020. That's how you're going to be referencing your citations. You're going to put the people's last name, and then comma, and then the year in parentheses right after what you have written. And what you want to do then is right away write down where you found it and, all the information for the bibliography. So, the I was writing something about transportation, maybe as an example, and I'm saying that, let's see, how about Chris Kim states that transportation is essential and blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And then I would write after my period, I would put parentheses, KIM, comma, 2023, parentheses. And then I would go on to my next fact. So make sure to write those down where you find them and in the correct format. This is where you're going to find the correct format. Okay, references. References is by itself, like the title page is just the title page. It's not on the same part as, or not on the same page as your research paper. The citations, or basically bibliography, is on a page by itself. So it says start the reference list on a new page after the text. Write the label references at the top of the page centered and in bold. See what I mean though? This would have saved a lot of frustration, in my opinion. Double space all references, both within and between entries, and apply a hanging index, first indent, oh, I can read. First line flush left, subsequent lines indented by 1/2 inch. So I'm not sure I have an example of this, but let's say you're writing your essay And you know that the beginning of each paragraph you need to indent. That's either one touch of the tab button goes in 1/2 inch, or if you're unable to find the tab button, like if you're using it on your phone, that's just 5 touches to the space bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 1/2 inch. And then you write your sentence and it goes to the end of the row, come back, and then it's all flush to the left until your next paragraph, in which case you indent again. Well, when you list your references, this is very strange. Do not indent your first line. Your first line is flush up against the left, and then you're typing, 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 and it gets to the end. When you go to the next line under that to finish your reference where you found it and the dates and all that, you indent a 1/2 inch. It's the strangest thing. So it's the opposite of when you have a paragraph. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I didn't invent this, so whomever did that is just a little bit interesting. I'm going to try to find that, like an example. Even if I have to make it up, I will show you, I will send an example. Let me write myself a note of what I'm talking about. Um, okay. So hopefully that will make it clear, because as much as I know, like, try to explain it in my mind, I know that sometimes it's hard to understand if you don't know what your teacher's talking about. It's just kind of funny. Um, Definitely put references in alphabetical order. Um, this says capitalize reference titles in a sentence case. For example, third one from the bottom on the right, sentence case example, a tale of two cities, not a, and then, you know how we capitalize titles, but in APA, they want you to just capitalize the first letter, A, and then the rest of it is lowercase. And that goes against everything I've ever learned about capitalizing books or titles. It's just interesting to me. Okay, double check the format of authors, dates, titles, sources, DOIs, and URLs in reference by following the creating an APA style reference list guide. Okay, I'm going to click on that because URLs are a whole different thing. Let's see if it'll show us where I got lost in this the other day. I think, yeah, I don't know if this is where it was. Um, hmm. Anyway, I will try to also find where it shows how to list what you find on the internet. But now I'm going to show you, hold on just a second to, I'm going to show you how to find this paper. I'll send it to you, but I'll also show you how to find it. Okay. So I'll go to Google. Okay. Now here's Google for today. Apparently it's seasonal holidays 2025. Okay. I am going to type in my search bar up here, fully equipped BibleInstitute.org. Okay. So I am going to go over to the right and click on Student Resources. Just the big title. Let me blow this up. Okay, then I'm going to scroll down past the top of their heads. There's so many resources that are available. I love it. Okay, so much. We have on the left, we have APA writing template, download APA writing basics. But over on the right side, it says link to official APA style website. That right there is where I got the beginners tools. I'm going to click on that. And go down to the bottom. It shows all the different things that they will help you with. The reference examples, paper format, headings. Oh my goodness, it's just a wealth of information. Is there anything at the bottom? Yes. A products. This is all them trying to sell something. Okay, so here's where you would find your examples of if you have something you're questioning, reference examples. I'm going to click on that. And it's just so, it gives so much information. It's just wonderful. Um, let's see. Where was that one that I showed or that I thought it would be good? Online media. Let's see. It shows you if you find something on Facebook that you'd like to reference, that shows you how to list that in your references. Or I thought that was funny. They included TikTok and X. Web pages and websites. Nursing student references, that is a specialty that is all by itself. It's just that's such a specialized thing that they took the time to highlight that. I love that. Okay. And back. Here it says textual works. That's how to list books or magazines, data and assessments. If you're including a data chart or something, it's how to list that. I just think this is really good. Okay. Paper format. I think that was all I wanted to show you guys. If you go to the left side and you click on like download APA writing template, which I'm clicking on. Downloading. It's coming up. I love that. It will give you a title paper and, sorry, not a title paper, a title page. The running head is not on it, but it does have the page number. Look at that. Wow. Oh my goodness. I didn't look at this before. And then, let's see, reference. Here we go. Oh my, I'm so excited, y'all. I just can't. Wow. Okay. I don't have to look that up. So references. On your references page, you see how the first line is over on the left. And then it gets to the end of that line where it says website name. And the next line, it indents. And this is going to be somewhat of an interesting time when you hit enter. It's going to want to go back over here, at least mine did. So just hit enter, break it, and then indent that much. Indent half an inch. Thank you. And then the next one, everything is double spaced, but the next one starts at the left side again. And then it goes all the way to the end. And here's where you would probably press enter to break it and the underline and then indent half an inch. I'm so glad that I found this. This is amazing. Okay. So where did I find that so I can remind you again? That was on the, how do I get back there? I'll close that out. Okay. That is on the fully equipped student resources. And oh my goodness, that is amazing. Ah, see, I learned something again today. So let's see if I have anything else. Looking. Okay. This past week, I have worked with many people going back and forth, emailing me their rough drafts, and I give suggestions, and then I email it back, and they make corrections, and then email it back to me, and then I give suggestions, email it back, etc., etc. So I am available for that. You can ask me for help for that. You can also ask a peer or family member or friend, anybody that you believe would give you good feedback on your papers. And I would love to help you. I am, do not panic or worry or get too overly stressed out about the fact that it's due next Saturday. Yes, it is. However, I have a week to turn in grades after that. So if you're just then getting the hang of it, then that's the timing that it is. And so we will work together to get you to turn in a wonderful research paper that you can be very proud of. The website talks about a portfolio, I believe, of your, that could be the other class. But next week, we'll talk about, since there's nothing left paper-wise to turn in after that, we'll talk about what the best parts of the class is, what you believe you would have liked to have learned, how things could have been presented differently, or what you liked about things being presented. Um, so just get some ideas, if you would like to. I know that other classes, on Fully Equipped, they're more of a discussion kind of class. This one is more of an instructional class, so that means that I have to talk a lot. I would have liked to have had more discussion. That's one of my areas I'd like to improve on, but I'm not sure how that would work. I'm going to try to think about that. But so next week, just come with some ideas on what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think could, I improve on, and we'll talk about that. But other than that, that's about all I have for today. And Tendai, send me your information, or questions, and I would absolutely love to help you. And Pastor Julian and Antonia, Pastor Antonia, I would love to help you as well. So, anybody have any quick questions?
So for our next we sorry, first for the argumentative, when it's I've sent you an email. Which week are we uploading it on when it's ready?
That one is, let
Week
me
8.
look. I think yes, I believe it's 8 or 9. It's either 8 or
Okay.
9, either one.
So the research by next week, by class time, we should have the draft or final.
The final preferably, but I want to work with you because I know that you've been working steadily and you're very strong in your dedication. So yes, we can go beyond that if need be.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll start to work on that denial and rejection and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
I,
I've sent you the recording so that you can hear some of the issues like on root cause, the one I was talking about on my Zoom.
yes. Oh, I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to that.
I've sent it already.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love it. Um, are you going to be taking Advanced English 101 in January?
I'm not yet sure on the closing dates. I'm still looking at my finances, but I would have loved to take it so that I complete the English first.
Yes, that would be good. Well, I will be teaching that next January and probably also during the summer. And so I know you'll be amazing at it whenever you take it.
Thank you. So I'll see how it goes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, if there's anything you need, text me or not text me. Email
Yeah.
me back and forth.
Okay.
Okay, I will take a look at that paper today and also that recording.
Okay. I have not put references on the argumentative essay. I just wanted you to see how
Yes,
I've structured it. And yeah.
yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon, evening, and a wonderful week.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Good day.
Okay, bye-bye.